got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it's, lad. You know that, Hassan Piker. I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring?
No, in real life. I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him and wear his makeup and his dresses and use his skin as a coat like the ancient Irish did.
Jesus.
Well, that's your winner, Sam Hyde!
Bloody.
Fuck. God damn.
This is for Liam.
Was a fucking koala?
Yep.
What the hell is that thing doing?
He's getting down.
Coming at you like a koala thing from the land down under. You will be styling like a kangaroo kid. Yeah, the beat jumping like into the scene. Yeah, we're rolling in deep. Out back.
What do you think? That they didn't make any noise?
Oh, wait, who the?
Hey, Grim.
Hey, Graham.
Yep. You should, partner.
Taking it down to the deep underground. Quality beat with aboriginal sound. Do blow it up real loud like. Taking it down to the deep underground. Quality beat with aboriginal sound. Do blow it up real loud like. Koala, kama koala, yeah. I'm a koala, kama koala, yeah. I'm a koala, kama koala, 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 yeah. Koala, kama koala, yeah. I'm a koala, kama koala, yeah. I'm a koala, kama koala, 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 yeah.
Whether I'm exploring the great outdoors, lounging around Eagle's Nest, or invading Poland, I always make sure I'm wearing American Eagle jeans. They're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn, and they make my hinterlands look amazing. So, if you want to buy these jeans, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you.
Hey, Alphonse.
Unless you are Jew or a gay.
Or a gay.
Hitler has great genes. Genes. Get it?
Get it? It's a Babylon B.
God damn.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I like the one where they show the idiot coming back in time to kill Hitler.
Yeah, and then he agreed with him. He's a liberal piece of shit. Oh, fuck yeah, could you imagine living there? Fuck.
Yeah.
That's the place to live.
sounds like the Emperor on Star Wars.
He could be.
Yeah.
We kidnapped
Emperor
man,
Palpatine.
Hargrave, and made him practice fucking 24 hours a day.
Only at the end do you understand, Skywalker.
You will listen to me, Luke.
Take your sword and strike me down.
He's a pretty wild motherfucker. Look at this shit. He's gonna do a Nazi salute in a minute. I didn't even think of that. Oh, fucking right he was. Motherfucking meth head. He's wanting to do it right there. He loves doing a Hitler's flute.
Only now do you understand.
It's jazz that they're playing too, so this ain't no easy shit to be playing. They talk about it now when they're all old, and it's pretty funny, the shit that he used to do to them. This is the guy who's throwing the dildos onto the NBA floors. Can you believe that shit? They caught him and arrested him a little while ago.
It looks like the guy. What is that guy that's was it Einen Prime or whatever?
Yeah, it is Einen Prime. You didn't know that?
It looks like the guy.
I go, I ain't taking advice from a couple of fucking virgins. Remember that? Look at this shirt that the NBA is putting out.
Pay us what you owe us.
There's people saying that it's an inside job, but if you do the math, you can get a seat there for $200 maybe, right up there where you can throw the dildo out. And they're taking bets right now in Vegas what color the dildo is going to be, and you can make $70,000. You might go to jail for a day or two. You tell your friends you're going to do it and tell them what color, and they can all make $70,000. So what the fuck? You'd be stupid not to be throwing it out there and betting on it. You know that?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, if you're broke, this is like a fucking thing in cheat code game in the game, you know? Go out there and throw a dildo and make $70,000. What the fuck?
Oh, the hot coffee code?
Yeah. Because right now in Vegas, there's paying $70,000 if you can guess what the next color dildos that's going to land on the court's going to be. You didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, well, so go out there and fucking get a seat. And I think it's to fill up their thing because now people are going to be doing that. Because now it's going to be part of their logo, I guess. These fucking bitches. And then look at, here's the bitch that they found who's throwing it.
God damn.
You know what?
Holy shit.
That's one of those t-shirt things somebody turned into a dildo.
That thing was flying forever.
Yeah, here's the very first one. I got them all three of them, because now it's 3 times. And they're all losing their minds. They're calling it Dildo Gate. Hey, Eric. Hey, Tim.
Away from the
Hey, guys.
basketball.
Oh, cover it up with a towel. It might have some juice on it from one of these lesbians. I mean, it's a bunch of lesbians. Why are they acting like they've never seen a dildo before? That's what kills me about it all.
I just don't like that annoying black chick that's always crying all the time.
Yeah, she said doing these dildos could hurt somebody. Now she's going, I guess that was something stupid.
Oh,
I said.
they don't like me because I'm black.
Look at this, look at this. Right where they're all at, there's one right at their feet.
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
So,
Kick him
Angel
out.
Reese.
Yeah, it was one of those bitches. I got it on here in a second. Just a minute. You missed me again, jackass. Now that's just cheating. And I guess green is the color now. And then guess who said something about it? Kennedy fucking talked about it today.
It's a circus in a war zone. I never thought I'd have to address this, but these overgrown behemoth women are just trying to airball free throws and blow layups in peace. The WNBA was never meant to be the UFC, okay? The Sisterhood of Traveling Elbows has been gunning for Caitlin Clark for far too long, and now the league is using dildo mortars to finish the job. Everyone thinks it's rogue fans, but
Traveling
stadiums have
elbows?
mechanized dildo mortars with laser-guided targeting systems, and it's the WNBA executives behind it. They want to murder Caitlin Clark and the other gal. Two, sorry, I can't be bothered to learn WNBA player names. It's a circus in a war zone.
I can't be worried to learn their names.
Oh, I thought he was going to talk about the jab or whatever because I saw that.
Yeah, he did, but
he canceled all that shit. That was awesome. He's
all
like,
those NRA vaccination research bullshit. They're all crying about it. Now they got people saying, "Oh, I was looking for cancer cure," and all this other crazy shit.
Yeah, and then he said they were trying to prolong the thing. That's all it was doing. That's all the jabs were doing was making it last longer. It wasn't curing anything. Motherfuckers, man.
They suck.
Oh, the booster
Here's the
shot.
third one. There it is. Look out! Kick it! Pretend it's a man. You lesbian. You fucking penis hating whore.
I'm just tired of that stupid black chick, man. I'm so sick of her. They don't
like me Angel 'cause I'm Reese?
black. They don't like me because I'm black. That's all. It's like, no, bitch, you're annoying and stupid. I don't care that you're black. You suck ass. They all suck ass. Even that Caitlyn bitch. I don't like her either. They all just suck. They're overpaid, if anything.
No shit.
Yeah, they need a fucking pay cut, if anything. Nobody watches that shit.
So the guy that was doxing the ICE agents, he's getting 5 years in federal penitentiary and up to $250,000 fine for doxing.
Oopsie.
Oopsie. And then they said, "Are you
Nothing
this
to see
old?"
here.
That was my first video game.
Pong.
Pong. We thought it was the shit. We're like, holy fuck, we're living in a space age. We're gonna be getting flying cars soon. How'd that work out?
No.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass allegedly took money from a pair of bankers with ties to Chinese Communist intelligence, who were then appointed to her mayoral transition advisory team. The Democrat mayor is being accused of taking campaign donations from bankers Dominic Nguyen and Simon Pang, both of whom have held positions with influence networks of the Chinese Communist Party, specifically the United Front Work Department, UFWD. According to an investigative report by the DCNF.
If you're a regular watcher, then you know we proved that she is a terrorist. Remember that? So why wouldn't
she try to blow up a fucking bank?
Yeah. I still got my Commodore 64 in the closet here. She's full of shit. They got to lock this bitch up, for fuck's sake. And then what happened to Beyonce, man? She turned white. She got a tit job and she turned white.
Wow.
I guess the double worked out for her, huh? If we're gonna go farther, I wanted to cover this. First, we'll go with like, what the fuck happened? When I was a kid, everybody was normal. Now look at this shit. It's fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
That is why I take my 11-year-old boy to drag shows in the summer with my friend and fellow church leader Kate and her 11-year-old boy. I want him to know that there is no wrong way to have a body, especially if you're a man. That bodies can be celebrated and played with. I want him to know that all bodies can shapeshift and be adorned with makeup and glitter. All bodies. I want him to know that there is no wrong way to live in his body as long as his body is not hurting other bodies. Amen? I especially want him to know this if he turns out to be a heterosexual, able-bodied, and cisgendered man. I want to raise a boy who knows that he doesn't get to tell other people how to live in a body.
Is that sick?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't either. Well, check this out. Stressed adults are using pacifiers now.
Next, they're going to wear diapers.
I'm sure some of them are wearing diapers, but...
Is that going to be CG's new thing now? They have Shane wearing a pacifier?
Oh, yeah, it'll be one of their things you get after they reach $5,000 or some shit.
Yeah, it's a, what is it, bonus tier or whatever?
Yeah. Check this out.
James Clapper was on the team that created that manufactured intelligence assessment that led to the Iraq War, about the Iraq WMDs. He writes about it in his book, saying that he and his team of intelligence analysts created something that was not there. When you look at his actions then, and you look at his actions in 2016
they're all criminals.
as Obama's director of national intelligence.
Yeah, he got promoted because of it.
Someone
he also was one of the
no
agents that lied, remember?
Whatsoever
the 50 on the cover?
Politicizing and manufacturing and weaponizing intelligence for a political outcome. James Clapper was on the team that created that manufactured intelligence.
And he's going to jail with the rest of the fucks. Yeah, here's Sophie Cunningham. She's a blonde basketball player. She said, quit throwing dildos on the court. You're going to hurt one of us.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to hurt one of you, all right. It's going to be a pain you never felt before that you're suddenly going to enjoy.
And then Grok got into a fight with Admiral Wackass because Grok said, analyzing logic, Rose set the value at $1 without objection. Your bid of $1.01 stands unchallenged. Established ownership by Troll Auction Rules. Congrats, new owner of Mindy Wheeler. Hail War Campaign. And then they said they were just kidding because Admiral said, quit fucking with Mandy. I get the meme, but stop being a dick to Mandy. She's a nice lady. So then him and Grok got into it. And he said, Grok is a Martian word that signifies profound intuitive understanding, often involving melding or blending of the object of understanding. It's more than just knowledge facts. So he goes into Stranger in a Strange Land, and Grok comes back at him. Your take on Grok it's from Highland Stranger in a Strange Land, and he goes into it all, and they become buddies. Tell me that ain't funny.
You know, Grok never answered me if Katie wears wigs. The fuck, Grok?
Well, keep asking him because he says he'll answer everybody. You gotta. What it is you gotta click on your question because they don't just pop up. You gotta. Click
No, I put at Grok. Does this person wear wigs? And it never answered me.
Oh wow!
I even put the pictures and everything. I'm like,
maybe you decided that it's pretty obvious that she does, and it doesn't want to hurt your feelings.
Maybe I stumped it. It couldn't reconcile because it was like, what the hell is this?
All right, we're moving into the space lasers part.
And, you know, I know you know because I've heard it on your show before. I mean, we steal 100 to 300,000 children a year just here in this country. And we drain their blood and we mix it with the Passover bread. And then we throw the bodies into the slaughterhouses that we own. and we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets. And the people, they eat it for breakfast, they eat it, their children for lunch. And, you know, as Jews, you know, we gotta do what we do. The most important thing to remember between you, Pastor Wickstrom, and me, Rabbi A.B. Finkelstein of New York, that we both have two fathers, and so that's why we look at the world in two different ways.
And we know that there's a massive collision that's going to take place between two forces, don't we?
Well, that's what your book says. Our book says that we're going to take over the world.
Well, I look at you.
You're doing a pretty good job right now.
Yes, you've done a pretty good job, but you know there's quite an awakening coming. And my father, who's not your father, my father Yahweh, who isn't your father, of course your father is talked about by my father in John 8:44, stating that your father was Satan and that you're the descendant of Cain, who was the first murderer. And you know that's true because you teach it in your synagogue.
Oh, that's true, but it's not for you, Goyim, to know. But right now it's too late. It's over for you, white race. So that's why I'm speaking so honestly here, to bring it out into the open so that you can see it for what it is. You've been teaching the people real good, but they don't wake up, do they? You don't get a lot of followers, do they? Because you know why? They're scared of us Jews, because they don't want to be called anti-Semites, and they believe that we're the chosen people, and so that's why we can do whatever we want to do, and we can get away with it because the white men are cowards, and we go to the synagogue all the time and have some Manischewitz and dance to Hava Nagila.
You know, it's interesting. I've told people for years and years, it's not that you Jews are hiding anything. You're coming right out on television, in the newspapers, on the radio, and you're telling the people exactly what you're going to do before you do it, and they're like they're brain dead.
Well, we did a good job with the public school system. We got you to put all of your children in there. You notice that the Jew doesn't put his children in there. They go to the Hebrew Academy, where we teach them the real things, and then they go to the synagogue and they learn the real important things. But we send your kids to the public school. We even have you tax
And then we
yourself
send the
from your
sixes out
property
to talk
so that
ants.
you never own your property.
Yeah, well, according to them,
And,
another interview that I
so
got, they
if
say
you
that
don't make your property tax, we're going to take your
200 of us,
property.
each
You
of
can
them
bet on
get
that.
for us.
And we have you
slaves.
put your kid in a 12-year
I can't hear you. What?
is about all the
Another interview that I showed on here, they say that each one of them get like 200 of us for slaves, and they're arguing about how many of us they each get for slaves at the end of when they take over.
Rabbi Finkelstein?
Yeah, it just goes on and on with this creepy ass. That explains about Russia saying that there's humans in McDonald's and shit. Right?
Oh. I haven't had McDonald's since the 80s. I got freaked out, man, with that fucking heat lamp shit. Like, fuck
Oh,
this.
fuck yeah. I knew about that when I was a kid. My brother.
Yeah, that just freaked me the fuck out, man. I'm like, I can't. This is
weird.
I'm gonna eat some fucking hamburger that's been sitting there for 8 hours. Fuck that
Well,
shit.
we never did. We always get our shit fresh because you know how you do it? Like you go in there and you got to change up your shit. Like you get a burger and you like without pickles or without ketchup or mustard. We got to pick something and get rid of it. And then they got to make you a fresh one. You don't know that?
No, because I don't eat McDonald's. I haven't done it in over 40 years.
Well, I haven't done it in a long ass time either. It's part of the reason why people are like, El Asmat was crying in a group today that he's fat, and you were there, weren't you? They were talking about eating habits, and I was like, it's just, you got to burn more than you eat, and you got to fucking periodically fast. And you got to work out. If you don't work out, you're never going to lose your weight.
No, that's what they never understand. Look at what's his name that left. What was that guy? You know what I'm talking about? The guy that left recently, and he just came back now. Is it Hombre?
Yeah, El Hombre.
Yeah, because he was trying to lose weight, and I was trying to tell him, and he got all butthurt at me and was like giving me shit. So I'm like, well, okay, good luck.
Fucking that's crazy, because El Hombre is a cool dude. He usually is pretty sensible.
Well,
maybe they're threatened because you're the body.
That's how my ex was, and then she listened to me and she lost 8 pounds in one day.
Well, there you go. I always used to bet people about shit like that because I can drop weight like nothing, like 20 pounds in a week if I have to. You know what I mean?
It's your mindset. That's the thing. You have to. It's a lifestyle. It's not just like one thing you can do. Like, well, now you got
people can shut completely off. We can die at will. I don't know if you've ever heard about that about Native Americans.
Well, now we got like Ozempic and all that bullshit now. So
that shit scares the fuck out of me. I would not touch that with a fucking. No. Fuck that.
No way.
Fuck that. Look at Lizzo. She was on it, and she's. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, look, Kelly Osbourne. That was the like.
Fuck, she don't even look like herself anymore.
No, she's. Well, what's her face was the worst. What was that Mexican?
Yeah, that blonde we showed. What about her? Who's got the back disease now?
Yeah, the one I met at the thing. The what's her face?
Oh, you met her?
What? Yeah, Grande. Is that the Grande? Yeah, I
not her.
Grande?
Not her. The one that was on there complaining. Remember? I don't know if you were here. We showed a clip of her. And she's like going, I got like third stage osteoporosis. And
oh, no, I haven't met I know who you're talking about. No, I haven't met that one. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, she said she took it for a whole fucking year.
Yeah. That's insane. That's like begging for fucking death.
Yeah, and then she's saying now that she's got some sort of new disease that nobody's ever seen.
Well, it's like she's got the back of a 60-year-old or some shit. She said too, remember?
Yeah, and it's eating her bones. It's literally just eating her bones.
Yeah, well, good luck, motherfucking retards. Jeez.
You couldn't pay me to take that shit.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
It's like, who gives a fuck? We just said what you got to do to lose weight, and they're going to go, there's a shortcut. Yeah, shortcuts always fuck you up. You know that?
No, there's a trade-off. I can look like a skeleton now. That's the trade-off. I'll be thin, but I'll look like a skeleton.
You don't even look like yourself anymore, and you're creepy. Nobody wants to fuck you, so you just.
No, that Grande chick, that was the worst, man. Like,
oh God! Like I would like it would be like, how drunk could she get me in the beginning? Now it's like never. I would fucking die before I hit that skeleton. Eat.
I just. I remember that people were mad at me, and I just couldn't. I was in shock.
Fuck them, man! Don't buy their bullshit. You can't humor retardedness anymore. You got to call it out for what it is.
She literally looked like a skeleton. That's all I can say. Like, it was bones. Like, you could see the ribs, everything, and I'm just like.
Well, she's just gonna fade away one day. Whoop, and then there'll be a god to them, and they're weird fuckers, man. You know. And they're all wishing for somebody's base, so you got it made, Harger. You're going to be able to snatch one and run. That's your best bet. Fuck their shit. If you get a girl, if you get on that shit, she's dead.
Bro, they're paying you $80K a year to protest? Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
I'm exposing one paid protester for every 100
Manager.
followers I get. Now, you remember David Chung, the paid protester that stopped one of my last interviews? Well, he saw my expose on him, and I confronted him on his salary right to his face.
Punk.
Hey, what's up, David?
Look at his punk ass.
See you again, man. You want to talk at all about
Punk.
the last video?
I'd beat his ass if I was there. You know that? Look at him. Smug little bitch. You get paid to make our lives fucking miserable?
Are they
You
paying
worthless
80K a year?
fuck.
No comment.
Yeah,
Are you gonna
fuck
say no comment to
you.
everything? Yep.
You're a hypocrite.
Bro, they're paying
Oh, they're
you
all
80K a
screaming
year to
about rich
protest?
people.
Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
It's
Tell me if
evil.
it's wrong.
David Chung is the general manager of a protest group called the People's Forum, and if you dig through their tax documents, you'll find that David Chung gets paid $75,000 a year to protest. Now, you're funding this behavior because this is David getting arrested at these protests. Now, the police do their job, but very quickly he's let out and back on the street to protest. Now, I'm sure the police are no fans of David, and David is no fan of the police. Here you can see David Chung modeling a shirt idolizing Assata Shakur, who is an activist who murdered a police officer before seeking exile in Cuba. The People's Forum, the company that he works for, is the main organizer for anti-Israel and anti-America protests here in New York. They send announcements for protests consistently throughout the week and even delete comments that don't fit their narrative. Here you can see someone write "bring them home," and within minutes, that comment is deleted. David Chung also has a leadership role at Rise and Resist, another company we've exposed for funding protests. The Karen Kazoo lady that I exposed was representing Rise and Resist, and they use Act Blue to raise money for their protests.
I'm representing the folks at Rise and Resist who have been trained to
Rise and
do
Resist. You can see that they team up with the People's Forum often, and you can ask David any questions about protesting. Now, the People's Forum is funded by Roy Neville Singham, a billionaire Marxist living in China who is trying to destroy America from within. Yes, a billionaire Marxist. You heard that correctly. The House Oversight Committee right now is looking into Neville Singham, stating that the People's Forum
protests against Trump.
Yeah, and Anna Paulina was like,
they're going
him.
after this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Fuck
because
him.
he was buying them gas masks and all this shit.
He's
a Manhattan-based nonprofit which has ties to the CCP through funding from you. Now, David Chung and Manolo dos Santos, the director of the People's Forum, both serve in top positions at the Singham's Justice and Education Fund, which further shows their strong ties to this Marxist who's slowly trying to destroy America. More on that later.
And how about meeting Rashida Tlaib? What was that like?
No comment. David eventually stopped saying no comment, but there's a 3-minute limit on Instagram, so follow to see the next part of the confrontation.
Fuck this guy, man. We gotta start arresting these people, you know that?
A lot of fucking people don't even get arrested.
You know, if they don't do it soon, we're fucked.
This isn't about heritage. This is about hate. This is about building a safe space for white supremacy.
Yeah, they're crying about them building that white
you
space.
Have any control over our community and why you deserve the right to be around us. As you see behind me, this is a list of things that are segregated for people who are not white. Let's take a look at all of the segregated spaces, events, graduations, scholarships, and government programs that are set aside for people who are not white. Sorry, sweetheart, but we're not stopping until we see white graduations, white cultural events, white communities, white-only spaces, white scholarships. If you don't like it, we don't really care. Go build your own fucking society. Nobody's stopping you. It must be really nice to have all of these non-white privileges living in a white country. Access to white people is not a right. You will not be stopping us from uniting and building up our community. It's not going to happen.
Fucking nuts, huh?
Well, in Texas, they got a whole fucking Muslim town.
Yeah.
Why don't you pasteurize your milk? Because that is the newer thing to do to keep the shelf life.
Yeah, yep. Pasteurization keeps the shelf life long. One of the reasons that we don't, and the main one is like the milk, as long as it's produced in a clean environment and the cows are eating grass, the pH of their bloodstream is completely different, and the quality of the milk is different, and that milk is actually biologically active, and it has the enzymes in it that allow your body to digest it. And so you get way more out of it. However, from the confinement dairy standpoint of things, those animals don't get any grass. They're eating grain and all kinds of other mixes. It changes the pH in the cow, and it actually dramatically increases the bacteria levels in the milk. And then you get some really nasty stuff in there. And so their solution was, if we boil it, we kill everything, and then it's fine. Well, there's some real downsides to that. Like it's inert, it's dead. Your body doesn't have a way to digest it. And so you're killing all the good things in it. They have to, because if you just drink that raw, then it would be pathologically dangerous. But on our animals, eating grass, their body's pH is different. They don't have those bacterial strains. In fact, what they have is cultured bacteria. It's good, like what you'd have in yogurt and things. So it's actually great for you. And so that's the reason that we don't. Though, interestingly enough, with milk going bad or preserving shelf life, our milk has a much longer shelf life than pasteurized milk. Because our milk does not actually sour. Conventional milk, when you pop the lid and you hit it, and it's like, when it's bad, it is bad, pasteurized milk. And the reason is because
it's because all the bullshit in it. And they won't let you buy raw milk from the Amish, or they'll catch you. It's like every other stupid law they got.
Yeah, but buy our fruits with a peel on it, because Bill Gates says so.
Fuck him and fuck that, man. People are starting to flip out about that finally. Nobody's buying it.
Oh, what is this? We got arsenic on this? Who knew? Well, Bill Gates
yeah.
did.
Yeah, and it ain't going away either. You can't scrape it all off no matter what you do. Fucking assholes.
No, because Israel's controlling our government. So no, the answer is no. Trump is powerless against him. We haven't had, I don't think we've been a sovereign nation since they shot JFK. And when I say they, it's like people online say, what do you mean by they? I'm talking about Israel. I don't want you guys to read between. I'm talking about Israel. So let's stop making that a taboo subject because they've gone mask down. Everything they're doing is demonic. I want nothing to do with it. I will never support Israel into the future after what they've done to these children. The starvation campaign. I don't care. I do not support Israel, and I don't think that Jewish Americans should support Israel. And I hope that they're now having those conversations. I see many of them recognizing that they have been propagandized into believing they have to support this demonic state. Allowing your identity to shape your morality is problematic. Okay. And Israel, in and of itself, is a demonic nation. I will never support Israel. Just look at the footage of what they are doing. They're playing Hunger Games and throwing food at them and then killing people and seeing who survives. I mean, it's just at your fingertips. You have to take a look at what Israel is doing.
It's both sides, man. And then they got them people that they're starving in them fucking tunnels. That shit is crazy, if you ask me. Fuck, I don't want either side. You know that? I don't want my money going to either one of them. Do you?
No, it was.
Well, you heard the latest, haven't you? They said they're just going to go in there and empty it out.
Yeah, we're going to move everybody to another state and all this. And we're going to make beachfront property in Gaza and all this.
Yeah, and gambling place for Trump. I mean, that shit just blew my mind when I heard that. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I in a movie?
Yeah, how's that going to work out? Going to be gambling when the wall gets blown up and you
later on, Eric. Thanks for coming by.
See you, Eric.
Yeah, what the fuck? Fuck that wailing wall too, man. It ain't my shit.
Hey, bro, no homo, but I just got to give you a hug, man, just to show my appreciation. The fact that you let me stay in the house and you feed me garbage, bro, they don't make them like you, bro. You're a real one. Real talk, man. I appreciate you. I don't speak Spanish, bro. I told you, this little mouth of yours, stop speaking Spanish. I don't understand Spanish, all right?
Ojalá fueras así siempre, cabrón.
Dude, I know what a cabrón is. Don't call me a cabrón, all right? But anyway, bro, isn't this the life, bro? Just two guys chilling. I'm not wearing any underwear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, living the dream, bro. Who needs chicks? You know what I mean? We're just out here, bro. We are just out here. What I tell you, I don't speak Spanish. Stop, dude. Stop. This isn't a freaking Spanish soap opera. This isn't a novella. All right, just relax with it. But I'll give you a little massage on your mouth. Dude, you have garbage in there? Your breath smells like you have garbage in there. Let me get in there. English. Hey, bro, no homo, but I just got to get...
Speak English.
PBS, NPR, all of these propagandist machines are out of money. Weird. I thought you guys loved them so much. But yet none of you reached into your wallets and helped them stay afloat. Right, because at the end of the day, when it involves your money, your asses are nowhere to be found. And listen, I don't really blame you because I feel like my money shouldn't go to certain things, but I also don't take to social media and cry about it. Yeah, you guys were so loud. You were so loud and proud. NPR, PBS, censorship, save them. They're so important. They were so detrimental to my childhood. Did any of you donate to help them? Did any of you create a group, send them a couple bucks, figure out how to keep their funding alive? Anybody? What about you? No, not you. You back there. What about you? No, you guys didn't do shit. You didn't do shit because at the end of the day, it wasn't important to you. So it's not important to you, okay, when you have to privately fund it, but it's important to you when the government can fund it. Weird.
They never buy anything, SJWs and them idiots. You know that.
But that fucking bitch at Walmart I posted. Yo, go pay for my Reese's, yo.
That shit was crazy.
Fucking fat man. If I was there, I'd be like, we shouldn't be paying for any of your fucking shit, you fucking fat ass.
To pop and stuff till next year, Hargrave. So they got a minute to kill them.
No, I can't have my Reese's, yo. Oh, fuck off.
Well, how about you just get it on your own money, bitch?
Yeah.
What's so hard
I
about
ain't got
that?
no money. I live off the government.
Oh, fuck. Get a side job then. You're already
Look how
selling
fat
crack,
that
spend
lady.
money.
I mean, dude, that lady was not thin. That was like...
They get cash on that card, too, them bitches with kids. You don't know that?
It's bullshit.
They don't get just food stamps. They get cash money.
She's all mad at the lady too, like hovering over her, like, look at this, yo, I can't be having reasons, oh, for sure.
They can have whatever the fuck they want. Just I'm not paying for it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Shouldn't
I'm
have to
fucking
pay
sorry.
for. I shouldn't have to pay for any of that.
And then
shit.
you're going to be in the hospital. I got to pay for that too. That's just that
Yeah,
just ain't logical.
Because they're fat ass. Probably got diabetes too on top of it.
God, it just is crazy to me.
It's fucking bullshit, man.
If it were true that higher
Everything
levels
is,
of CO2
Hargrave.
caused higher temperatures, we should be able to see that in Earth's climate history. Here, scientists are drilling into ancient ice cores. These cores tell us both about past temperatures and CO2 levels. Scientists have indeed found a link between temperature and CO2. The trouble is, it's the wrong way round.
It's the opposite of what them fuckers
So
been
it's
telling us,
true
like
over
everything
the
else.
last few million years, the ice age that we're in now, that CO2 and temperature are correlated, but if CO2 is the driver, it has to change first, and the temperature has to change second.
In fact, when you start to look at the data very specifically, you see the exact reverse. Temperature starts to rise first, and then on the order of a century to a few centuries later, we start to see a rise in CO2.
It's long been known that the temperature actually moves first. So temperature goes up, CO2 goes up after that. Temperature goes down, CO2 goes down.
Ice ages start when carbon dioxide is at its maximum, and ice ages end when carbon dioxide is at its minimum, which is the exact opposite of what would occur if carbon dioxide was controlling the temperature.
The question of whether CO2 drives the climate is easily resolved. You can look back in time over hundreds of millions of years. CO2 levels have changed radically many times. Did this cause temperature change? No, absolutely not. CO2 has never driven temperature changes in the past, never.
Nor
Everything
is it
they say
clear
is a
in
lie.
recent times that CO2 is having any effect on temperature. Here we see industrial output of CO2 since 1750. From the mid-19th century to the mid-20th century, there was only a slight increase. It's not until the 1940s that industrial production of CO2 begins to take off. But this doesn't match the temperature record. According to rural thermometers, most of the warming in the past 200 years occurred before the 1940s and have barely changed since then.
One of the embarrassments that IPCC doesn't like to talk about was that the 1930s, when human influences were much smaller, were particularly warm.
That's the puzzle, that the first early part where we have such a sharp warming from the 1900s to 1930s and 1940s, CO2 could never cause that temperature rise.
But the 1930s and early 40s were so hot is puzzling. More puzzling still is what happened next.
By the end of World War II, CO2 was really going up, and yet the temperature was going down.
From 40 to 70, while the CO2 continued to rise, this thing started to cool.
Oh, fuck yeah, we don't have winters like we
Journalists
used to anymore.
were writing about the coming ice age. It was on the cover of Time magazine.
Oh, they were all freaking us out. They were all going to
The new
freeze
ice
to
age
death.
was the big story.
And how about since the 1970s? According to computer climate models, over the past half-century, rising CO2 should have led to this increase in temperature. But according to multiple satellite and balloon measurements, what actually happened was this.
Nothing, like what they're saying. It's a fucking scam, and it's still going on, the big green scam, you know that?
Yeah.
Gore, too, stole that garbage.
Fuck Al Gore. He got rich because he married the widow of a Heinz ketchup guy, and then he grifted all that money from the government. And then Al Gore's a piece of shit. We've covered him.
So what would be the alternative? Kamala?
Yeah.
You think Kamala would have done a good job? Why? Because she wouldn't deport people? And that's the only thing you stand on? In the entire country, the way this country's going, deportations are the only thing you should judge a president on? You're crazy. You're so small-minded. We have foreign policy.
The Mexican Americans, they might make it a priority.
Yes.
Right?
But if that's the hill you're going to die on, you should step away from politics.
Because?
We have foreign policy. We have trades. We have people charging us tariffs that we're not paying tariffs. You know what the tariff was from China, Japan, here to us so they can import their goods to us? 15%. Did you know if you try to import one on American corn to China, it's 110, 150% before the tariff war? They were taking advantage of us. And dog, I can go all day. People grab a president and hang them on one thing. Dog, there's the economy, there's a stock market, there's foreign policy, there's wars, there's so many things. Homeland security, there's so many things that you have to judge a president on. So if you think, oh, like when people in the comments, that's what you voted for, okay, you think Kamala would have been a better choice?
What you disagree with Kamala the most on?
There's nothing I agree with her on.
Absolutely nothing.
Or Biden. Nothing. No, dog, there's nothing. Nothing. Like there's not, I can't tell you one thing because there's not. It's non-existent. It's just non-existent. It's that simple. So I see that's when you leave the emotions out of it and you have an objective reality. So you're telling me if we all backtrack to November of 2024, Kamala would be the best choice just because your Theo might get deported? Like if that's the only issue in America? Come on, dog.
I think they might, right? I'm speaking for the viewers, right? It's a direct effect on their life, right? Like if their mom or Theo
what
or whatever,
viewers?
right?
Yours?
I understand.
You'll be viewer captured.
Members. I get it. But so let me get this straight. They can up everything as long as they don't deport your uncle. So then if they don't deport your uncle, what country are we gonna have? What are we gonna have? We're not gonna have a country because you're gonna destroy it with the foreign policies, the foreign aid, with all going on with the wars, with the tariffs. We're being eaten alive, dog. Did you know this year alone we already received $46 billion in tariffs that we were not getting before? Hence why no tax on the tips. Hence why no tax on the overtime. People don't see that though, because all you see is my Theo's gonna get deported. That's not the only hill to die on. We're a whole country.
Yeah. People don't see the whole thing, man. They just want to look at their own little bitch move. You know that?
She bottles her flatulence to keep her carbon footprint down. She says climate change is killing the coral reef as she lathers on sunscreen and snorkels in the reef. She once chained herself to a tree for the selfie. She said the world would end in 10 years, 30 years ago. She flies to climate conferences, first class. She uses crystals instead of deodorant. She once lectured a starving African boy mining for cobalt, how he is stealing her childhood. She's plant-based, unless someone orders wings. Her armpit hair has dreadlocks. She doesn't have any actual kids, but has adopted 7 Haitian families to come live in your town. Her catchphrase is, "How dare you?" She refuses to drink bottled water unless it's from Coachella. Instead of driving, she runs in Nikes made by Uyghurs in a Chinese concentration camp. She owns 47 tote bags and still forgets to bring them. She gives out bamboo toothbrushes on Halloween. She is the most environmentalist woman in the world.
I don't always drink, but when I do, it's from a coconut I flew in from Bali. Stay reusable, my friends.
Yeah, she's going to die and then the cats are going to eat her. He's bitching about those assholes in Chicago. It's Oprah bitching about black people. Here, we'll do this one.
I must be pretty weak-willed because all it took was falling in love with a man, and now I'm like, not really. I mean, I'm a feminist, but like, kind of. I don't really need my maiden name. I don't really need it. I like your last name better anyway. Like, I'll just take that. I know he can do his own laundry. I know that he can clean the house, but I want to do it for him. I want to cook all his meals. I want to make sure he's getting all his whole grains, all his vegetables. I want to make sure he's getting all that protein. He has not asked any of this of me. It just kind of naturally kicks in. Like, these instincts just kind of come out of like, oh, now I have to take care of you when you're sick. Oops, I made you breakfast and it fits all of your dietary requirements. My bad. I think I got possessed by a housewife. Is that what happens?
I guess feminism has its limits.
I must be pretty weak-willed because all it
Shit.
took was falling in love.
She's got the baby fucking flu.
Got that big snoz. Fuck, get a nose job, bitch.
I knew some girls that she either could have got like a house or a nose job, and I was like, spend that money on the fucking house, man, because she was hot anyways. But she went and got the nose job. It was cute and everything, but she was never the same. I didn't think. You know what I mean?
I don't know. That was one hell of a snoz. Oh, it's fucking Snuffleupagus, man.
Oh yeah, well her, but I'm just talking about the chick that I knew. I mean, it's all relative. Oh, I forgot this is bullshit music. If the dead Allied soldiers had seen what their countries are now, they'd have thrown down their weapons and fought with the Germans. Says David Irving. Pretty true, huh? Patton felt that way. He was bitching that we should have just kept going and nobody would listen to him. You know that, right?
And World War II.
Yeah, we'll do him and then we'll cover the NASA thing. And then
Patton wanted to go into fucking Russia, man.
is a piece of shit.
Do what?
Patton wanted to go into fucking Russia, but
Yeah, we never should have stopped. And then he said instead of backing Russia, we should have backed Germany the whole fucking time, which fucking is Germany just did some. And then everybody's saying that shit isn't true. I don't know if you've heard about all that. That there's no residue in those so-called gas chambers, and they can't find none of the evidence. Just like in Canada, I grew up being told that they murdered us at their churches and buried us there, and there's no bodies there now. Did you know that?
No.
But they did have schools that my aunts and shit had to go to where they taught them how to be white. And I heard about that shit all my childhood.
I just remember hearing all the time about George Bush is killing Muslim babies. They're always saying that shit, and I'm just like,
my family was in the military then, and there's no way anybody in my family was killing any babies. There's no fucking way.
no. Well, I remember saying to the teacher, I'm like, how is he killing? He's the fucking president. He can't even go to the war. Like, you're saying he's out there.
Obama was goddamn dropping bombs on people and hitting them with the fucking drones. Real babies and kids. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, him and Biden did that shit.
Yeah, but they're saying that Bush was actually doing it himself.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And I'm like, are you for real? Like, come on. Oh, he's killing those babies. I'm telling you.
Skulls and bones.
I remember the one. I remember the one telling me that he actually saw. What was that damn thing? I can't remember. Wasn't there like some dam brokers? What was that dam? I can't remember what it was called. But this guy was saying, the teacher was saying that George Bush actually had dynamite with we call it like a long cord or whatever, and he pushed the thing like on the Road Runner, and he blew up the dam, and he's like trying to convince the class that George Bush actually blew up this dam and caused that flood or whatever back then. I just laughed.
Crazy as fuck.
Yeah. Everybody was just laughing. He's like, you think it's funny now, but I saw it. He caused that. It was that thing where Kanye's like, George Bush hates black people or whatever. You remember that? Like, what was that?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was when that.
Oh yeah, that was when New Orleans flooded. That's what the guy was talking about too.
Yeah, the dam or whatever.
Yeah,
and
because it was a 9th district in the 6th that got it the worst, I thought.
No, and he's trying to tell me that he personally saw George Bush blow up that dam. I'm like, fuck off with this.
The first thing that we rebuilt there, because I changed jobs and went down there and helped them rebuild it, was tanks. You know that? We built restaurants we could eat out of.
I can't hear you. You're cutting out.
Oh, they probably don't want me to say it, but the first thing that we rebuilt were banks. Nothing else. We cleaned all the mess up, then we built banks. Wasn't that nuts? And then after that, we did restaurants that we could eat out of. And then after that, we did the houses. The whole thing was crazy, I thought. Oh, look at this guy do Jasmine Crockett.
Okay, we know that. Yes. He is. But in a functioning democracy, he still would not be able to get away with this. But he's been able to get away with this because the House Republicans are complicit. He's been able to get away with this because Senate
She's
Republicans
losing her seat,
are
right?
complicit.
I hope
But
so.
most importantly,
Yeah, the whole gerrymandering thing that's going on is going to erase her fucking district. And it's going to put a couple other Democrats against each other. And so they're pretty pissed off. That's why they all ran out of state. I don't know if you heard about that. And then Wheels said that he got the FBI to go after him. And I guess that it's against the law what they did. And that he said that he's going to bring him back there to enforce a quorum. And he said, you know what? Fuck it. We have the law on our side. We can kick them out of office and replace them and then continue. And they're fucked. Ones that all went to Chicago to show off and stay at person's apartment or building, whatever the fuck it was, motel. You hear about all that?
You're cutting out again. I couldn't hear a lot of that.
Fuck.
You keep cutting out.
I don't know why.
See, now I can hear you, but when you start talking for long periods, it's like I don't know, it's like you're going away or something. Like you can't hear you hardly.
It's got to be this mic. I got to get a new mic.
So now I can hear you. Yeah. What were you saying?
I was saying that they all ran to Chicago, the people from Texas.
Oh, yeah. I saw the New York bitch crying, too. She's like, you think you can do this to us? And blah, blah, blah.
They keep forgetting that they work for us, these motherfuckers. You know that?
Oh, yeah. They think they're fucking kings and all this, and then they cry about Trump as a king, and they act like fucking royalty.
And they're not. They're fucking peasants. We're not fucking their bullshit. Yeah, my mask fetish. That's hilarious. I wouldn't even wear a mask during the coup. I got kicked out of so many places it wasn't funny. I refused. I told them to fuck off. It wasn't going to do shit. I told them it'd be like wrapping your head in a fence and then me squirting you with a fucking hose and you trying to keep dry. I go, that's how fucking what it is like wearing one of them stupid masks. You know that,
It didn't do anything anyways. That was the worst part. It didn't even fucking work.
Oh, and it gave him face rashes and all kinds of stupid shit.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Check this out. This is fucking crazy. When I first heard this, it blew my mind.
For your help, but first a little backstory. I think we all remember the Challenger explosion that took place in 1986 that tragically took the lives of all 7 astronauts on board. It launched not too far from where we're standing here today. Well, the interesting thing is a couple decades later, this thing called the internet came about, and someone allegedly found almost all of those astronauts alive and well, many using the same exact names. As you can see here, we have Challenger astronaut Judith Resnick and also a Judith Resnick Yale law professor. Michael J. Smith, the pilot of the Challenger astronaut, and also professor at University of Wisconsin, now retired, Michael J. Smith. Commander Dick Scobie, who is now president of Cows and Trees. Now, if you'll notice, they all have the exact same faces 30 some odd years later, the same exact name, and they are the same age. Now, we all have a doppelganger out there, right? No big deal. But to have the same face, the same age, and the same exact name is extremely rare. So rare, I could only find one case in the last 120 years. And we're supposed to believe that 3 people from one space flight have exact lookalikes that have the same age and same exact names.
It's more than 3.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is beyond statistically impossible. Ms. Resnick was questioned at Yale by a journalist, and she panicked and ran from the camera. Why? Mr. Michael J. Smith was also questioned, and he said, yeah, we look alike, but that's not me. You can see both of these exchanges in a film called Level with Me, and you can be the judge. Mr.
Sir, I'm going to have to
Sir, this is a public comment.
I know what it is, sir. I'm very familiar with public comment.
Okay.
And part of the public comment is that you're only allowed to address things that we have jurisdiction over. We have no
I have a direct request at the end of this that is in your purview, sir, please. I do. Can we hold the time, please? I have a direct request that...
Listen to me.
Okay.
Very carefully.
You're hurting my fifis.
Mr. Richardson, Would you give an opinion in regards to this, please?
Yes, public comment is reserved for issues or topics that are under the jurisdiction or control of the county commission or that are relevant to the business of the county commission. So if your request at the end is going to explain why that falls into any of this, make that request now before you continue.
Absolutely. So as I was saying, I'll just end it with what I was ending with. But the ask is that Ms. Pritchett, who knows very well about questioning science, whether it be COVID or fluoride, I'm just asking you all to question the science here.
Yeah, they banned fluoride
Goodson
there.
and Pritchett, your district covers the Kennedy Space Center. This launched from the Kennedy Space Center. You have the ability to help me in sounding the alarm and asking the federal government for help. If this is contained in your area, I should be able to at least address something that happened here. Don't you agree?
That's not within the jurisdiction or authority of the county commission.
Thank you very much.
Will you let me finish for at least
No,
10
sir,
seconds?
you're finished. Thank you.
Thank you for taking away my freedom of speech today in here.
I did not take away your freedom of speech. There's a.
Yes, you did.
I don't want to hear it from these people down here.
Just because this is an uncomfortable topic.
Officers, please remove this man from the room.
You just violated the First Amendment.
I didn't violate the First
No,
Amendment.
he
He
didn't.
violated the rules.
This is a limited public forum, and the meeting is for the purpose of the business of the county commission. It's not for this purpose.
Now,
Thank
if you want to go too, take him out too. Officer, take him out also.
Everyone just calm down. They can leave willingly.
Wow.
No, we're leaving willingly. I mean, you don't have to remove us.
You just made a decision about NASA. Because you're making your decisions based. All right, well, you violated the First Amendment already.
Thank you very much for your opinion.
Yeah, maybe check reading it out again.
These astronauts are alive, by the way. Look it up. You can't have 3 doppelgangers. You can't. Same face, same name, same age. It's impossible. Look it up.
Why the fuck didn't they change their names?
Center's right down the.
That's fucking retarded. Why the fuck didn't they just change their names? You know,
Well, I don't understand what the point of this is. Like, I don't understand what are they accomplishing that they didn't die in that thing? Like, weren't they just said like, oh, we survived or something? Like, I don't understand any of this. It makes no sense. I'm not saying he's lying, but I'm just like, why would they do that? Like, what is the point of this? Like, why would you cover that up and say like, oh, we died here, but we really didn't die? It's like, what? I don't know.
I don't either, man.
Yeah, it's fucking. It doesn't make any sense. It's like,
but there's like 5 of them, I think, or 6 that they found because I've seen clips of it all, and they're all alive. So what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, why would they? I don't understand.
I remember the morning when that all happened. I was like, holy fuck.
Oh yeah, I remember coming home from school and seeing it live.
It was cold
like,
as fuck that day.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. We're seeing this live, and the fucking thing blew up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, holy
Crazy
shit,
shit.
this fucking thing blew up. The whole thing blew up, and I'm like, there's
That
no
wasn't even
way.
the first one. Now it makes me wonder about the second one too, the one in
There-
Texas.
there's no way that somebody could survive that. Either they were on the ground and they just said they were in there, or there's just no way. I mean,
They got out before it came down.
or they weren't in there. They just said they were in there. You know, like, how would you survive that? There's no way.
No, you couldn't. Well, the second ones, they said that they were alive when it was coming down, and then they found their body parts. You heard about that, didn't you? Their head and their legs and shit.
I don't remember. It was
And a
so
whole
long
torso they found. Oh, it's pretty grim if you look at it. Those fuckers, you know they died, but these ones, no, there was never anything found. I think the only thing that they found was a helmet, if I remember correctly about this thing.
What wasn't it a school teacher? I remember something
Yeah,
about
there was
a
a
school.
something Ride was her name, and there's clips of her too. She's around still too, and still teaching too. She's a professor too. So why the fuck didn't they just change their names? That's what I don't understand.
Well, yeah. Not only that, but like, if you
Imagine
survive,
how bad those kids felt. They were watching. Oh, here's your teacher coming down in the space shuttle. Boom.
yeah, and then you go to school the next morning, the next thing, and she's
No,
there.
they
You're
watched
like,
it in fucking school, Hargrave. I'm trying to tell you. I was in
Yeah, I
school
know.
when it went
I
down.
saw it live too, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Fuck. You think I'm gonna get in that piece of shit one day and kiss my balls?
Well, you know what? I remember having this argument with the other engineer saying that this whole thing about vertical launch takeoff, and that Richard Branson guy proved it, that you could just take a plane or like the space shuttle and just fly it off a normal runway and then get it up there and take off like that into space.
Yeah, that
all
much
of this,
easier.
all
A
of
lot
this
cheaper.
vertical, all of this stupid bullshit
Nazi
with the
bullshit.
Yeah, all of that with the missiles and the tanks. It's like, why do you? It's just
It's brute force over fucking common sense. You know that?
you had to make nearly 100,000 times what you're doing to take off that way.
Yeah.
Because you have to vertically lift all of that straight up into the air.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're just
Flying.
taking off, if you're taking off a runway, you have the momentum of the ground and the wind and all of that to take off.
Yeah,
It's
aerodynamics.
like, yeah, and then you could just get up there. I mean, you could get it up there on the verge of it.
And then you can turn on the power, and then boosh, you're gone.
Yeah, but no, we had to make these gigantic missiles and do a vertical thing and make this overly complex thing and do all this bullshit. It's just,
Well, it was a money thing. I don't know if you realize that. Back then, what it was is that anybody could keep up, it would break them financially. So it was a fucking like a funnel or a valve to keep the fucking peasants in order.
well, that O-ring shit sure fucked them.
Oh yeah, that was stupid. They knew about it too. And you know why? It's too big to fail bullshit, I think. It's like they could have done something, but why would you fuck up something that's going to make that much money and it's that big of a machine? And they're compartmentalized too. They got it too compartmentalized where one person doesn't know what the other thing's doing. You know what I mean?
It just seems like a whole propaganda thing. Look at us. We're going into space. Look at us. We're so cool.
We can never go into space. We know the reasons why. It's all bullshit.
Look, here's a missile and a launch
There's a
pad,
Van der
and we're-
Allen belt would turn you into a microwave oven in a heartbeat.
And we're gonna fly vertically up, and
you know that they threw nukes up there to try to make a hole in the Van der Allen belt, and it made it 7 or 8 times stronger. You know about all this, right? Yeah, it's all a joke to me. It's like, and I'm supposed to believe that they took that tinfoil crackhead fucking space monkey house. Hey, Oz.
And landing on the moon?
Yeah, fuck that. And they get bent. And it can't be a vacuum. I showed that last week. That if you put a balloon, 2 balloons in a bag and put it in a vacuum, the balloons expand. So if you're in a vacuum, it doesn't matter what container you're in. Yeah, let's just keep giving NASA our money. You missed a lot of the Jew stuff earlier, Oz. I don't know what the fuck's going on out there. But we're going to start with this. Did you hear about this idiot?
All right, welcome to the Jim Acosta Show.
He fucking did an AI interview with a kid from Parkland that's dead.
oh yeah, this piece of shit.
He's a rotten fuck.
But my first guest today is a little bit of a surprise guest. We brought him back from the dead so we can get his take on everything that's going on in politics today. So anyway, please welcome Mr. Adolf Hitler.
Hi, Jim. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Mr. Hitler. Okay, so as you may know, my colleagues and I always compare President Trump to you. Do you like President Trump?
Nah, I fucking hate that guy.
Wow, okay, really? Why don't you like about it?
The fucking guy is always dancing and shit. Who the fuck dances to YMCA anyway?
Okay, I really thought you were going to like him. Well, you may not like Trump, but you must love the Republicans, right? I mean, we call them fascists all the time.
The fucking Republicans freed the slaves, Jim. They gave them the right to vote. Fuck Republicans.
Okay, well, this is not going as I thought it would. Well, at least you must hate the Democrats, right?
No, Jim. I actually love Democrats. They founded the KKK.
Okay, this interview is over. Can we shut this down, please?
Why does Hitler sound Australian?
British. He went to school in Britain, believe it or not.
Oh, he sounded more Australian than anything.
Well, maybe he couldn't do British very well.
He sounded like he was getting ready to say a shrimp on the barbie or something.
Yeah, that's what I was. It's Australian, huh? Maybe he couldn't do
Is that
British.
a British to me?
I don't know. I kept waiting for him to say a shrimp on the barbie.
They're Fosters?
Check this shit out.
You can tell by his gear he has been in some wild.
What's this? Is that Jay Dollar in the bunny suit?
When the weirdest combination of clothing has the best stats. He somehow managed to pull off that outfit only on Disney Plus. he's definitely on stranger tides. You know in his head he is strutting down that street like Travolta. Impressive, he's able to walk at a rapid pace while still managing to barely move.
His feet are moving, man.
And as he's walking, he thinks to himself, just act normal, I think I'm succeeding, and no one sees that I'm high as fuck right now. I'm not jar crack.
Reminds me of J Dollar with the bunny thing.
What did you say?
It looks like J Dollar and the bunny thing.
Oh, I know, man. That thing must smell like regret and fucking weed. You know that?
I should remake this and put J Dollar's face on that guy.
Yeah, you should. With the bunny thing.
It's called the Fentanyl Shuffle. There is a certain level of drugs
With puke coming down?
He's moving, man.
Be the best pilot I've ever seen, so it may seem.
Alas, dear officer, you shall always remember the day. The day you almost sent Captain Crack Sparrow to rehab. Captain Crack Sparrow
And the pipe of fate.
Crack is whack, he's from Afghanistan. Johnny gets set it. A crack of all trades, so to speak. Rum, no crack, yes. Why is the rum always gone? Couldn't find the rum, so he needed an alternative. But the black pearl, no, the crack pearl, yes. On the search for the mighty crack pearl. Bro woke up and chose piracy. I'll fast travel to my ship, the fast travel.
If he walked any slower, he'd be going backwards.
He's on the mission. Captain Crack is looking for a crew.
Coming straight from a ditty
What
party.
are these shoes,
The
man?
after effects of leaving a ditty party. This dude is doing quests in real life.
Yeah, he's wearing two different shoes.
Crack Sparrow. The compass pointing at the crack house. Dude's more twisted than snakes in a lawnmower. Bro's going places. Come on, Lex, you can do it. There's a party going on and no one's invited. Don't do drugs, kids.
This is who we're going to start with tonight. He
You
invented
know, as
this.
far as caring about new things, right now,
He invented this diesel car that gets over 100 miles an hour. And then he tried to promote it and produce it and all that, and he got butthurt because of the reaction. And now he hates all the shit. And his car is like, it's proven over 100 miles a gallon, and it's only the fucking the first one. So he could do better, he thinks. You know what I mean, Hargrave?
Yeah, like I said, I knew the guy made that carburetor that can go 100 miles per gallon, and he got shot.
back at Twitch Racing, I am
Surprised
designing
this
a
guy's
car
still alive.
building a new manufacturing process
Well, why?
that makes a
Wait till
sustainable,
you see what
recyclable
trip he's
vehicle.
on.
It takes a small fraction of the energy is to create. It's going to get over 100 miles per gallon. It will do 0 to 60 in under 5
This is the
seconds.
beginning.
Mark my words.
Now it's time to get it out. So I hope you guys will give me the benefit.
And this
of the
was
doubt,
last summer.
because this is real. This is super real.
Yeah, you know it, Oz. That's why I want to pay attention to him. Maybe it'll protect them.
That's 22 ounces I burned. Not crazy, right?
That's 104.72 repeating miles to the gallon. Not trying. You don't have to be a freak blocking highways to say you care about the environment. It doesn't mean squat. Just go out there and do something that's better. I'm pretty pumped. Yes.
But he's a supercar guy, you know what I mean? That's his garage. He owns all the shit already. And he decided he could do something better.
Where it's time to drive the Omega car and find out, just off the cuff, without any special tuning or anything other than just taking this concept that's now been sitting for 10 years and see what kind of miles per gallon it gets just driving it like I normally go to work. I'm just going to use my cell phone. Going to mount it from one of the windows. Now, to do the miles per gallon, I'm doing this the old-fashioned but highly precise way. I have a measured distance, and I have a graduated cylinder full, and I'm going to use straight off the pump diesel.
So you can see he did it all legit, and he really built this car, and this fucker's for real, and he can't mass produce it because nobody will back him, because you know why, right?
Does they want to live?
Yeah. So
the problem with these people in doing this is they don't realize that they have to go open source at some point. Like if I was this guy and I was trying to do this, I would be doing what he was doing, but I would the minute I got funding, and after that, then I would make it.
you can't get funding; nobody will fund it.
Yeah, but I'm saying
they're telling me Diesel's dead.
He needs to make it open source, so even if he gets killed, people have that's the problem with all of these people doing this.
Here's a truism you probably didn't hear what happened. They caught a guy in California. There was a missing nuke, and he was powering his house off it for 7 years. Did you hear about that one?
No, but I know about that kid that has a nuke.
That he made. Yeah, but now he works for the government.
No, he has a what do you call it? Like a nuclear power plant in his fucking
that he
garage.
made.
Yeah, and it's
he powers the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, it powers the whole neighborhood.
I know about him too.
And I'm just like, this is what I mean, man. It's like I told you, Lockheed. I've seen this. I don't know why there is a nuclear power reactor the size of a shoebox that can power an entire it was on the news.
What their plan is. Eventually, we're each going to have one for every house.
They had it on the news. And I remember talking about them like that. And people, I was getting in meetings, were like, you got to stop talking about this. I'm like, what the fuck? It was on the news.
I had an unbelievable conversation.
Yeah, they don't want you to promote what the fuck they're trying to hold back.
Yeah, but it was, I'm like, why did you have it on the fucking news then? It was so stupid. Everybody was saying the same thing. They're like, what is going on here? They put this on the news, and then we ask about it, and they tell us to shut up when they had it on the news. It's like,
they don't want to promote it, and then the news is just that one time, one event, they look at it that way. So that way that they're not fucking anybody because they put it out there. So check him out a couple months ago. I got to throw the dog out.
Conversation with Grok or AI recently because I couldn't figure out why Christians and people in America are referring to Israel as God's chosen people. I asked, why did Israel start a war with Iran? I asked, is there a law trying to be passed in the United States about anti-Semitism? And I conversed about the necessity of those things and likely reasons for them across the board. What entity, either fictitious, biblical, or actual, embodies the value of having unspoken reasons to pass unnecessary laws that are unfair to certain people or to start wars under false pretenses, likely real reasons which have been falsified to the public? And without having to buffer for more than 1/4 second, Grok had only one answer. Satan. So reading from my screenshots of the conversation with Grok, I'm just going to begin with this, and I will try to condense it so we can flow through it.
Fighting with Grok.
I asked Grok, what group is called God's chosen people? Grok replies, God's chosen people is most commonly associated with the Jewish people in religious contexts. In the Hebrew Bible, particularly in texts like Deuteronomy and Isaiah, the Israelites are described as a people chosen by God to follow his covenant and laws, such as the keeping of the Sabbath and adhering to the Torah. This concept is central to Judaism, emphasizing a special relationship with God and also tied to the covenant with Abraham. And it goes on. I simply wanted to ask Grok, in your first paragraph above, was this the time before Jesus Christ? Grok said yes, and elaborated. So then I asked it, was this from the Old Testament? Grok said yes, and elaborated. And then I wrote, Jesus was the prophet to the Israelites. Yes. And Grok said, yes. In Christian belief, Jesus is considered to be a prophet and more than the Son of God and Messiah. It is preached primarily to... We know this story. Okay. So then I asked Grok this important question. Then isn't it logically wrong for a Christian to call modern day Israel God's chosen people? And Grok gave me a long answer with many paragraphs, subparagraphs, bullet points, etc. And it started out with this.
The question of whether it's logically consistent for a Christian to call modern-day Israel God's chosen people is complex and depends on theological perspectives within Christianity. Let's break it down. 1, biblical context. 2, New Testament Christian theology. 3, modern Israel Christian views. Covenant theology. And it goes on and on and on. So I decided to say this to Grok. No, ... You're overcomplicating this to try to be diplomatic. Answer my previous question with only a yes or no, which I will reiterate. My previous question was, then isn't it logically wrong for a Christian to call a modern-day Israel God's chosen people? And when I pushed Grok to answer it yes or no, the answer was yes. Interesting, isn't it? We have people like Ted Cruz who just get funneled tons of money from AIPAC, and they can't tell you what AIPAC does or who controls it. And I don't know what, 2/3 of the entire Congress of the United States? Oh, they're God's chosen people. I'm sorry, are you Christian and believe in Jesus Christ? Well then,
he's bitter.
Yes,
what
it
the
seems like it.
fuck?
I know.
I think that's a
If
fair
his car would have
question to
stalled,
ask.
he'd be a
If you're
millionaire and
Christian,
he wouldn't
or
even
even
care,
if you're
but
not,
this is
if
what
you're an
happens when you don't
atheist,
get
if
your
you're
dream.
a Muslim, if you're Hindu, if you're a Buddhist, and you hear a Christian in the United States refer to Israel as God's chosen people, the question you should ask, in whatever language you speak, is, what the fuck? Okay, I asked this question because I thought I'd just roll into it. How many Israeli people have been killed by Palestinian and Hamas in the last 1 year? And it says, based on available data from October 7th, 2023 to June 20th, 2025, the number of Israeli people killed by Palestinians, including Hamas, is approximately 1,139, primarily from the Hamas-led attack on October 7th. This includes civilian security personnel with 800 civilians, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what we have. The total has been revised down from earlier estimates of 1,200 to 1,400 by Israeli authorities. Now, I asked it that for a reason. I don't remember, but let's keep going. But I asked it this: how many Palestinians have been killed by Israelis in the last 1 year? And it says, based upon available data from June 20th, 2024 to June 20th, 2025, which is less time than the other, over 18,000 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli forces, primarily in Gaza, according to Gaza's health ministry and other sources. This includes at least 7,000 children. The figures account for ongoing military operations, airstrikes, and ground defenses, with significant casualties reported in incidents like October 24th. Meanwhile, I asked this question a number of weeks back. Many have died since then. Total estimates vary, with some sources citing up to 20,000 deaths in Gaza alone.
Fucking insane.
Though precise numbers are challenging due to unrecovered bodies and ongoing conflict. Okay, so what do we have? 1,200 to 1,400 by the Israeli estimates, which will be a little high.
It's probably
and
like
we've
20.
got, let's see, 18 to 20,000 Palestinians, including 7,000 children killed by the Israelis. All right, that's just a statement of fact. I'm not going to ask any questions. You stew on that. Let's keep going. It gets saucier. I said, how many times has Israel claimed Iran was developing a nuclear weapon in the last 30 years? Answer: Israel has claimed Iran developing nuclear weapons numerous times over the last 30 years, with specific public assertions documenting at least 20 times since 1984. Key instances include, and it goes 1984, 1992, 1995, 2002, 2009, 2012, 2018, 2019. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other Israeli officials repeatedly claimed Iran was weeks, months, or 1 to 3 years away from acquiring nuclear weapons, often citing intelligence about uranium enrichment or weaponization efforts. Let's go on. So how many times was it? 20 times have they claimed that since 1984. Gosh, let's keep going. I asked Grok this question.
I'm beginning to think
considering
that
this
Jewish
information,
fucking
would it be
businessman who
reasonable
screwed
to
him, or
consider
baker.
the Israeli claim to attack Iran recently and as a possible misdirection or lie? And Grok answered, yes. It would be reasonable to consider the possibility that Israelis' recent claim to attack Iran, citing an imminent nuclear threat, could be a misdirection or exaggeration, given the historical context and available evidence. Over the past 30 years, Israel has made at least 20 public claims about Iran being close to developing nuclear weapons, often with timelines. It goes on. Needless to say, Grok led with yes. So I decided to ask it another question. And boy, did it ever go on. And I did say, no, you overcomplicated the answer to be diplomatic. With the information provided in Israel's track record of false claims, isn't it most likely that the
He's
reason
showing you
they
how
would
to deal
attack
with AI,
Iran
basically,
is a
too.
reason they don't want the world to know about? Yes, that's it. Yes. The most likely reason, calculated by Grok, is one they don't want people to know about, not nuclear weapons. So I asked it this question. What are the top 3 most likely reasons Israel would attack Iran at this time? So it gives a lead-in. Let's go to this. Number 1, regional power consolidation. With Iran's proxies, Hamas and Hezbollah, significantly weakened after October 2nd attack, Israel saw a strategic opportunity to cripple Iran's military and nuclear infrastructure, ensuring long-term regional dominance rather than responding to an immediate nuclear threat. Right, a preemptive attack to get rid of nuclear material, or we just wanted to hit them first. I'm guessing because Israel has, 90 nuclear weapons and are the only country in the entirety of the Middle East with nuclear weapons. You can just say you can attack for whatever reason you want, right? 2, disrupting U.S.-Iran diplomacy. Oh, the big Don was talking to Iran on nicey-nicey. Well, we got to screw that, don't we, if we're Israel? The attack coincided with the U.S.-Iran nuclear talks, which Israel opposes. Shock. Sabotaging these negotiations could prevent sanctions relief for Iran, keeping it economically and potentially politically weakened, a motive Israel might not publicly emphasize to avoid straining U.S. relations.
Oh, shit, Oz. That must be
3,
funny shit.
domestic political diversion. Facing domestic criticism and potential ICC scrutiny over Gaza, the genocide, Prime Minister Netanyahu may have used the attack to rally national support and shift focus from internal and international pressures, leveraging Iran as a unifying external threat without admitting political motivations. Which is interesting. Before I move on, I have to tell you this. I vividly remember, I don't know, a year or 2 ago, there was a Free Palestine sticker on the drive-thru of Dunkin' Donuts. And I got out of my car to peel it off because I'm thinking, what are these crazy libs doing? Like, Israel is our ally. Since that time, I have noticed things to the point where I think Israel is funding half or more of all the pro-Palestine protests in the United States to garner sympathy,
pretty deep, ain't
to
it?
put in stronger laws and push back and get more support. Now, there's a phrase for what that is called doing. It's called playing the victim. But let's keep going. I asked it, we went through those. It was regional power consolidation, disrupting U.S.-Iran diplomacy, and the third one was domestic political diversion. If we go on, I asked this question to Grok. Has a bill been proposed in the U.S. making it illegal to criticize Israel? Answer, yes. Holy shit. A bill that critics argue could effectively make certain criticisms of Israel illegal proposed and passed the U.S. House of Representatives. Of course it did. Thanks, AIPAC. We are the United States of Israel. The Anti-Semitism Awareness Act, H.R. 6090, passed on May 1st, 2024 by blah, blah, blah. It keeps going. And it gives some examples as to what anti-Semitism would be. Denying the Jewish people their right to self-determination, e.g. claiming the existence of Israel as a racist endeavor. I don't know who's doing that, but whatever. Drawing comparisons of contemporary Israeli policy to that of Nazis. Well, what if they're the same?
Oh, shit. That's kind of wild.
Israel seems to be an expert at genocide happening to them. Maybe at the least they can tell us what it feels like to be a Palestinian right now. Was that too much? Oh, or this, applying double standards to Israel not expected of other democratic nations. No, I think what they don't want us to do is apply the same standards like I just did. Anyway, let's keep going because I'm a little feisty about this. So I asked this question to Grok. Does this bill not conflict with the U.S. First Amendment on free speech? And Grok said, yes. The Anti-Semitism Awareness Act could conflict with the U.S. First Amendment's free speech protections, according to critics and blah, blah, blah. First Amendment context, it goes on. It goes on. It goes on, like Grok does, to be nice. So I ask this, why are there no hate speech or anti-discrimination laws to protect white people or Christians in the U.S.? And Grok says, there are no specific hate speech or anti-discrimination laws in the U.S. exclusively protecting white people or Christians because existing laws are generally framed to protect all individuals regardless of race, religion, or other characteristics, and because legislative priorities have historically focused on groups perceived as more vulnerable to systemic discrimination. Here's a concise explanation. So it goes on, but it talks about hate speech. And I said, your answer is too long. If we have laws protecting all groups of people in the U.S. and all people here have equal rights, are extra hate speech laws necessary? Answer, yes or no. Grok, no, they're not. Like we all knew that. All the hate speech laws, it doesn't matter whether you're a Jew, you're an Israeli, you're a government somewhere, you're black, you're white, you're Christian, you're Muslim, it doesn't matter. We already have those laws. So if you see those laws trying to be passed, that should raise some red flags. What are the top 3 most plausible, unspoken reasons people are passing hate speech laws then? Since we don't actually need them. And Grok answers, given that existing U.S. laws already protect all groups from discrimination and hate crimes, the top 3 most plausible unspoken reasons for passing targeted hate speech laws are 1. Political gain. 2. Geopolitical influence. That sounds familiar. 3. Cultural control.
Oh,
that's weird. So I asked Grok this question. Aren't those similar unspoken reasons to your answer as to the top 3 most likely unspoken reasons for Iran to attack Israel? Grok says, yes. There are similarities between the unspoken reasons I outlined for Israelis' attack on Iran and for targeting hate speech laws in the U.S., as both involve political and geopolitical motives that may not be fully disclosed. However, there are also distinctions due to the different contexts. Let's compare and clarify. To be fair, that is fair and accurate. But you guys see the mechanics are similar on different levels? Do you see there's something surreptitious or wrong happening? Because I do. Let's go on. It decided to reiterate on these. So let's go. The top 3 unspoken reasons for Israel's attack on Iran from earlier, and I'll just give you the clip notes. Regional.
They should have let him build his car because he goes on to say that Israel and DC are satanic.
Let's say.
And Grok agrees, so it's fucking crazy.
Power consolidation. Disrupting U.S.-Iran diplomacy. Domestic political diversion. The top 3 unspoken reasons for passing hate speech laws in the U.S. Political gain. Geopolitical influence. 3. Cultural control. Same shit, different day. Now, when it goes on about similarities, political motives, geopolitical alignment, obscuring full intent, that's the fun one, isn't it? In both, the stated reasons, nuclear threat for Israel, combating hate for the U.S. may mask less transparent goals like power consolidation or controlling
them in
narratives.
D.C. is what runs everything. You know that, Oz.
I asked it this. Considering all the unspoken reasons for
Trump today said that he's going to fucking turn D.C. federal and take the cops away from them and everything. So then he's got another one. Is the U.S. a corporate prison farm that's ruled by oligarchs? And he's got AI outs Christians as naive on Israel and lists all of Adolf Hitler's good points. So he goes on and on and on about this crazy shit, man. They just should have let him build his fucking car. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got some Florida man memes and then a couple things that happened here and right here by me. And then after that, will roll out because this guy just goes on. We'll cover him more as it goes on and see where he heads out because he made an awesome car, but they won't let him produce it. So now he's going off on all these tangents about how fucked everything is.
Florida man attempts to cash a $368 billion check. I'm not saying he's right, but I get it. Florida man kidnaps scientist to make his dog immortal. Florida man proposes to girlfriend using ring stolen from another girlfriend. Police. Man stole 400-pound slide from playground. Mounted it on bunk bed. Let me guess. Florida. What if we used 100% of the brain? Florida man dirts his hands with peanut butter and punches neighbors allergic to nuts. Florida man on drugs kills imaginary friend and turns himself in. You can see the remorse in his eyes. Florida again. Watch as Florida man steals a car, realizes a baby is in it, drops baby off safely, then makes his getaway. He's more responsible than whoever left a baby in a car alone. Florida man breaks into jail to hang out with friends. Florida man is haunting beaches dressed as Grim Reaper to protest the reopening. Florida man breaks into ex's home, poops on everything. This guy's like Amber Heard. Teen caught making love to stuffed horse in Walmart. Really? Imagine what he'd do to a real Florida man gets out of jail. Immediately steals car from prison parking lot. People in Florida act like life is a GTA game. Florida man sent to jail after not paying for taxi ride home from jail. Taxi driver. Florida man ate 11 Big Macs at McDonald's. Was brought to hospital, then got back and robbed McDonald's. Even without the article, I knew this could only happen in Florida. Florida cop claims Burger King put dirt on his food. Investigation reveals it was seasoning. I bet this guy is really good at solving crimes. Florida man enters wrong home, tries to kick everyone out. The New Adventures of Florida Man. I think Florida Man is my favorite character. Florida Man ordered to cease ocean trips with hydropod hamster wheel. Florida kid eats straws to save the turtles in the oceans. Canadian man sorry for chugging 8 beers and swimming to Detroit. Sorry is not enough. The opposite of Florida Man. A man in Florida woke up with a headache, only to discover his wife had shot him while he slept. He survived. Being a Florida man is a pathway to many abilities, some considered to be unnatural. Florida man watches Spider-Man movie 292 times, setting new world record. Florida man breaks into Wendy's, cooks burger, then steals safe. Florida man should be a Netflix series. Florida man charged for eating pancakes in the middle of the road. 90-year-old Florida man arrested for second time in a week after feeding the homeless again. How can you get arrested for this? Nobody. Florida man. Florida man, 61, threatens to destroy town with his army of turtles. Florida man denies drinking and driving, says he only swigged bourbon at stop signs. Well, technically. Girlfriend cheats on Florida man. Florida man does the incredible. He proceeds to smash the girlfriend's mum. Now he's married to the mum. How the turntables. Florida man has testicles removed and replaced with 2 Byakugan balls. Florida man gets arrested for the 66th time. He'll do it 3 more times. Florida man stole Walmart clothes and secretly worked as a cashier. He kept all the cash and made $2,000 in 4 hours. Florida man did get paid pretty good for a small Walmart job though. Florida woman at McDonald's flips out over wrong order. Calls 911, twerks. Oh no, not twerking. The greatest weakness. Florida man arrested for allegedly tossing alligator into a Wendy's drive-thru window. Every news tweet that starts with Florida man is wild. Florida man arrested for using a lost US nuke to power his home for more than 27 years. Florida man still standing after being tased by police 5 times. He's Thor. Florida man tells neighbors he's going to kill them with kindness, then tries to kill them with a machete he named Kindness. Florida zoo fires zookeeper after she was caught moaning in lunchroom while chimpanzee sucked on her toe. I knew it was going to be crazy when I read Florida. Florida man climbs playground, tells kids where babies come from. Drunk Florida man arrested for allegedly stealing floating tiki bar. Allegedly. As a photo. Elderly Florida man exposed himself while riding scooter at Walmart. Damn, I love this country so much. Florida man, one disguised in bull costume, allegedly tried to burn down ex-boyfriend's home with spaghetti sauce. Florida man invents edible six-pack ring to feed animals instead of killing them. Florida man uses private plane to draw giant radar pee-pee. No one. Meanwhile in Florida, Florida man claims he only drank at stoplights and not while driving. Florida man arrested for reportedly tossing gator into Wendy's. I thought that was an acceptable acceptable form of payment in Florida. Florida man spends his one day off cleaning forgotten veterans' tombstones. Florida man arrested for doing the deed with stuffed Olaf Dole inside Target.
God.
Florida man pays 114 households' utility bills about to be disconnected. Well, maybe I don't want to be the bad guy anymore. A Florida man attempting to steal $30,000 worth of Pokemon cards was stopped by 2 MMA coaches using Jiu-Jitsu. A Florida man living underwater won't resurface even after breaking the record. He's like, oh, I like it down here. A Florida man in garbage bag suit sets garbage trucks on fire, causing millions in damage. Report, man strips naked after claiming to be a monkey outside 7-Eleven. It was insane. Maid of honor turns Florida wedding into nightmare. It was supposed to be the best day of their life. Instead, the maid of honor got drunk, ran over the best man, exposed herself to deputies, assaulted 2 medics and got herself arrested. Man running from cops, stops to pet cats, goes to jail. Police say the Florida man led them on quite a chase. Polish man armed with a narwhal tusk, charging terrorist on London Bridge. Florida man, I see you're a man of culture as well. This says a lot about our society.
Yeah.
Florida man arrested outside Olive Garden after eating pasta belligerently. Florida man jailed twice in 1 week for same crime. On March 9th and 11th, he has been caught impersonating an officer. Texas man is allegedly so drunk, cops have to hold his head up for mugshot. Florida man stabs his best friend for liking his memes instead of reacting with, haha, bruh, why? Now you have no friend to send the memes to. Florida man arrested for hanging on traffic light and pooping on cars passing underneath. Florida man dies in explosion after attempting to microwave a microwave. There's always a bigger fish.
That's
Florida rapper
crazy.
gets pulled over. Hands officer his mixtape instead of ID. Wisconsin man banned from all libraries on earth. Florida man. Are you challenging me? Naked Florida man chases couple around Chick-fil-A parking lot. Deputies say. Florida man caught illegally feeding wild alligator. Resists arrest. He's a good boy and loves bagels. Florida man forced to pay child support, despite DNA test proving he is not the father. Florida deputies searching for man who broke into home to suck victims' toes. Florida man, 37, arrested for kidnapping 27 people and forcing them to play Yahtzee for 36 hours straight. Why is he so rad? Just another day in Florida. Florida man fakes death for 20 years to learn he was never wanted by the cops. Florida man dies in explosion after attempting to microwave a microwave. Drunk Polish man invades a small Polish town with a Soviet tank. Poland. Florida. Florida man tells bartender he is the Undertaker and tries to tombstone him. A crocodile was spotted using a pool noodle to swim across a canal in Florida. Florida man breaks into neighbor's home to pet their cat. During the virus, Florida woman was arrested for robbery using cough as a weapon. Florida man won't let lack of pants stop him from enjoying Saturday night dominoes. Florida boy gets trapped inside arcade claw machine. He wanted a toy, he climbed in, and he couldn't get out. Florida man drinks so much shampoo, he gains superpowers. You what? What type of superpowers? Queensland woman jumps into ocean to rescue beer kegs during dramatic flooding. Florida man, I'm in love. Crystal Metheny, my drag persona. Welcome to the stage. So this
Crystal
sounded
meth.
fake. I googled it and she's a real person in Florida. And rather amazingly, her arrest was not drug related. She shot a missile into a vehicle. Florida. Florida man's wife. Florida man bitten by shark. Punched by monkey twice. Struck by lightning. Bitten by snake. God, stay down. Final warning. Florida man refused to sell home as it's engulfed by $600 million development. Honestly, if I was him, take a massive loan out, live somewhere else for like a few years, see how valuable that property is now, then sell it for even more money because they will still own that land. Florida man breaks into a house, shaves the cat's head, and leaves without stealing anything. Florida man bites his brother's pee-pee off after he walks in on his brother doing the deed with his cousin on his favorite Dragon Ball Z blanket. When a Florida man is still more profitable than Forex day traders. Florida man stole $33,000 in rare coins from his friend and cashed them in at a Coinstar for $29. Florida man steals and crashes a $61,000 boat belonging to dentist who shot Cecil the lion. Florida man comes through with direct action. Good job, comrade. Florida man wakes up to find burglar sucking his toes. Deputies say, I will hit you. Florida man. 77. Punches friend. 84. Over golf etiquette at the villages. Deputies say. Man accused of exposing himself at public pool. I've never seen someone look so young, yet so old, so feminine, yet so masculine, so pretty, yet so ugly. I'm truly disturbed. Florida Man Games return for round 2 as teams vie to be the world's worst superhero. Florida Man arrested after whipping dead man with his own spinal cord. He claims he was just trying to create the spine challenge. Florida veteran buys a 20k bottle of bourbon for 40k to help restaurants stay afloat during the virus crisis. Florida Man arrested after 1 month of eating Slim Jims at gas station for free. Man claimed corporate sent him as a regional gym specter. Florida Man attacks mum's boyfriend with samurai sword over missing can of shrimp. Aussie man drives jet ski down flooded road to McDonald's. Florida man, are you challenging me? South Florida man has saved over 864 lives after donating 100 gallons of blood over 43 years. Florida boy outruns entire police department after stealing flag. Florida man snatches woman's $5 bill, eats it. Florida man flies Learjet with excavator like a toy plane. Man taps directly into power grid to install hacker software on computer. Jaguar at a Florida zoo injures man after he climbed over a barrier and moved too close to the animal's enclosure. Is the Jaguar okay? Florida man caught after attempting to outrun police on lawnmower. Florida man handed out drugs on the street because it was Christmas. Florida man drives truck full of vodka into tree. Florida man who allegedly threatened family with Coldplay lyrics ends standoff after SWAT promises him pizza. Arrested. What Bible story would qualify as a Florida man story? Florida man claims superhuman strength until Florida woman cuts off his mullet. Florida man with superpowers uses them to make alcohol. A Florida man took his grandson magnet fishing. Police are now investigating what they reeled in. Guns. Florida rapper arrested in Miami jet ski chase. It's like a SoundCloud rapper. Florida man arrested for crawling under college library tables to sniff unsuspecting people's feet. Do you think God stays in heaven because he, too, lives in fear of what he's created? After failing to capture alligator on its own, Chicago hires Florida man who catches it in less than 24 hours. Florida man arrested for throwing pizza at father after finding out his dad helped birth him. Florida man wears screw the police shirt to court. Wins case. Who would win? Every creature in Australia. Every Florida man. They would breed. Florida man steals Bible from priest. Writes General Kenobi after every hello there. Florida man gets 2 years for firing gun at restaurant after wife catches him cheating. Florida man attacked by shark. Goes to bar instead of hospital. Bartender. Florida man. Kiss but a scratch. Everyone. Kenny is eating a paper plate. Can he be stopped? Man running an inflatable bubble, rescued off coast of Florida. Florida man blows up his home while attempting to create gasoline. Florida man with viral mugshot arrested again. What next for this guy? Florida sheriff says homeowners more than welcome to shoot burglars. Local man paralyzed after eating 413 chicken nuggets. So the limit is 412. Man arrested in Oregon for swinging lightsaber at cops. Deflects tasers. Florida man. Soon I will have a new apprentice, one far younger and more powerful. Florida makes it legal to break a car window to rescue a dog. A Florida man used a cell phone jammer every day while traveling to work because he didn't want drivers around him to be distracted on their phones. As a result, he was fined $48,000. Florida man fed up with potholes plants banana tree in road. Florida man pays off lunch debt for more than 400 students. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. Florida man spits food into woman's mouth during road rage incident. Roses are red. I have a friend named Lance. Florida man tried to escape cops by stripping naked. Ribeyes fell out of his pants. Arrested during haircut. David Davis. Man arrested after his best-selling jerky is found to be made of human meat. Florida dog steals car and drives in circles until police come. Florida man talking to Florida dog. You've been well trained, my young apprentice. Criminal caught after cutting off 37 man buns in one day. Claims he was doing the Lord's work.
To be fair, that happened to me in high school. A friend of mine had a car, and he was too drunk to drive, and I was pretty drunk. And he went in the house with his girlfriend, and me and my girlfriend, she was passed out. So the car just started driving around in this park across the street in circles, and I just let it go, and I kept drinking. And then the cops pulled up and took me to jail, and that motherfucker ran off instead of coming out and facing the music. You know what I mean? Then his parents fucking showed up to jail, and they snitched him out, and the cops let me go. It was crazy. Because first they were trying to say that I stole his car. I'm like, fuck you. And the bitch was too drunk to say anything.
Florida man arrested after trying to pay women with V-Bucks. If you split the US in half and start a war, which side is winning? The right got Chicago, New York, and Florida. And you're asking who's winning? Florida man in no, seriously, I have drugs t-shirt, arrested for possession of drugs. Florida man stole excavator and drove it through Walmart wall. Runaway Florida siblings, 10 and 11, stopped after driving 200 miles in mother's car. Man drives from his backyard to his front yard via his living room. It was just one of those spur of the moment crazy things. Florida Joker demands $2 million from Rockstar after they used his appearance in GTA 6 trailer. Extreme sunburn competition in Florida. I didn't know this was a thing. They're saying this is AI, but knowing Florida, I'll believe anything. Florida man bursts into ex's delivery room, fights her new boyfriend as she's giving birth. Do not cross this field unless you can do it in 9 seconds, because the bull can do it in 10. Florida man, I condemn you. Florida man accused of hitting deputy in face with the Bible. Florida man's pickup lands on top of deputy's cruiser after chase. Florida man arrested for shooting at passing cars. Florida man makes beer run with gator in hand. Florida man beats bird scooters at their own game with a leaf blower and a mop bucket. Florida man busted an illegal $1 million flying squirrel trafficking ring. Game over. No Florida story will ever top this one. Miami's lawyer's pants erupt in flames during arson trial in court. Just landed in Florida. What's good? This is exactly how Florida looks too. Florida cop watching not safe for work content crashes into parked car. Florida man who walks to work turns in bicycle he found to police. Rewarded a bicycle. Let's go. Good people being rewarded. That's what I like to see. Everybody Google Florida man, followed by your birthday. Florida man August 22nd. And tell me what you get. Mine is Florida man tries to attack neighbor with tractor. July. Florida man. I'm not going to read that one because that one's a bit too weird. Florida man.
Check this out. This
A dozen trucks blocked the highway, but not for the reason you think. The night had been long, but not unusual. Truck driver Alan Hughes had been hauling freight through Michigan for hours, the road dimly lit under a quiet, cloudless sky. He wasn't expecting to stop for anything. Certainly not a call from the state police asking for his help in something far beyond his usual deliveries. But he wasn't alone. All across the interstate, truckers were being contacted one by one, flagged down on radios or rerouted through barricades, asked a strange and urgent favor: stop under the Coolidge overpass on I-696. And wait, they didn't ask questions. They just pulled in, one after another. Within minutes, 13 trucks had parked side by side under the bridge, forming an unbroken line of steel and wheels. To anyone driving past, it looked like a blockade, maybe an accident, but it wasn't. Above them on the overpass stood a man in crisis, his feet at the edge, his hands trembling on the rail. He had climbed up there with the intent of ending his life, and officers from multiple departments were trying to talk him down. The night air was heavy, but the stakes were heavier. The trucks below weren't just parked by chance. Authorities had positioned them as a last resort, creating a shorter fall, a softer landing, a safety net made of steel. A line of defense formed not with flashing lights, but by ordinary men behind the wheel of 18-wheelers. For 3 tense hours, police negotiators spoke to the man, their voices calm, measured. The truckers stayed put, engines off, hazard lights blinking like distant heartbeats in the dark. Finally, just before dawn, the man stepped down from the ledge. He was helped down gently, quietly, and taken for medical care. The highway reopened before most people had even had their morning coffee. Traffic flowed again. But for those 13 drivers, something had changed. They hadn't delivered produce or furniture that night. They'd helped deliver hope, silently, without fanfare. No names were exchanged. No one asked for thanks, but their presence had filled a gap that couldn't be.
And check this out. This is a good.
You're following me! Mommy!
A 13-year-old boy used his slingshot to stop a kidnapper from abducting his 8-year-old sister. And now, that same kidnapper is suing the boy's parents, demanding $20,000 for medical expenses. This shocking incident happened in Alpena Township, northern Michigan. Owen Burns' little sister was playing innocently in their yard when suddenly a stranger approached her and grabbed her arm. Terrified, the girl started screaming. Owen, watching everything unfold from his bedroom window, immediately sprang into action with his slingshot. His first shot struck the kidnapper right in the head, allowing the girl to escape and run toward their home. But it wasn't over yet. As the kidnapper chased after his sister, Owen grabbed another rock, loaded it into his slingshot, and landed another powerful shot, this time hitting the attacker squarely in the chest. Stunned and disoriented from the blows, the kidnapper fled the scene. Police responded quickly and found the 17-year-old suspect shortly afterward in a nearby Big Lots parking lot. He had visible injuries, a cut on his head and bruises on his chest, courtesy of young Owen's brave actions. According to Michigan State Police Lieutenant Shane Smith, the suspect faces charges of kidnapping and attempted murder, and he's currently held in Alpena County Jail with bail set at $150,000. But incredibly, this man actually filed a lawsuit against Owen's parents, claiming he was just trying to play with the little girl and demanding they
What
pay
an
him
idiot.
$20,000 for his injuries. Do you think the judge should take this kidnapper's lawsuit?
Well, they should lock him up in a hole and never let him out. You know that?
The black
He
suit?
he didn't get shot.
Oh, lucky that rock didn't kill his ass. Nobody would have cared.
Huh.
Here you go, Hargrave. You're going to love this. Romper Stomper.
Oh, yeah, I remember watching this.
Are you doing that thing anymore that you were working on with it? Or you quit?
Here we go.
I got somewhere I was working on one.
These people are
To find where it is.
pussies.
I love
Make
this
it
part.
hot.
Make it hot. Fash to fash. You fuckheads.
Some fucking fascists!
What I say, Oz?
This is hilarious what happens.
Yeah, these punk fucking weirdos. Look at that guy right there, just called him.
This proud possession, our own piece of earth that was built by our fathers who pioneered our heritage. Australia, the home of our birth.
Fucking Angela fucks.
This was awesome. I forgot about this.
No, you'd like it.
Something's wrong.
They know they're beaten. Come on, Nazi pigs. Yeah.
Come on in, fishy. You dumb bitch. There ain't no running now. Up. Hey, Liam? Run! Oh, they got her.
Suck on that, you fucks.
Yeah, all her friends are getting the shit kicked out of them. How'd
Oh,
that work
no.
out for you? You bashed the smash.
Yeah, they bashed the fuck out of you.
Nice teeth. Is that her boyfriend right there?
I can't remember. I haven't seen this in so long.
Yep, we got hit.
Yeah, I remember the original 90s one with Russell Crowe.
You know, the only thing that would have made this whole scene better is if they grabbed her after they won this thing and shaved her fucking head and made her look at all these people. Suck on this, you bitch.
Yeah.
Spit in their fucking face, stupid cunt. Why'd they let him get away like that? I don't understand why they let him leave, man. I wouldn't have let them leave.
He's like, fuck it. He'll be back.
No, I would have told them to make sure that all of their legs are broke so they couldn't leave. I would have made that a fucking point. I'd be like, I don't care what you did, but they better have fucking broken legs.
Broken
Well, he
arms.
figures it this way, all their followers are getting the fucking shit kicked out of them. You think they're going to be following him anymore?
Yeah, but I just wish that they didn't let them go like that. I wouldn't have let them go.
Oh, Liam's going around biting people's noses off.
I totally forgot about this show.
Yeah, I knew you would. So that's why I had it. That's why I had Florida Man for Mossy, and I had that for you. All right, everybody. We'll see you on Friday, I guess. We're going to do game night. Bow.
Well,
I think the guy gets shot at the end too, if I remember
Yeah,
right.
he does. He dies.
Yeah, he gets shot by the. He gets shot by the guy from the original movie because the guy from the original people are like, "Oh, you are fucking posers and all this," and then he gets shot by the fucking original people.
Hey, Bone. Thank you
The
for
90s
coming,
one?
everybody.
Yeah, the original one, the one guy on there, he's on there and he's dying or something. Oh, it's funny too because the original people, they show what happened to him and the fucking guy, he's married to a chink, and it's fucking hilarious because their whole thing is like, we're for Australia and we want the whites and all this stuff, and he ends up with a fucking Asian.
It's a great movie. Everybody should watch it if they want.
I remember the 90s movie Hargrave.
Yeah, the
Russell
original
Crowe.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The ending pissed me off though. Like I didn't like that ending. That was some stupid shit.
Same here.
Oh, we're gonna go hide in a cave.
Propaganda.
Yeah, like we're gonna go hide in a cave and all this, and then the fucking guy shoots him. I'm like, fucking stupid. It's like the whole movie they're being chased.
Bye.